Alright everyone, hello and welcome to today's early gameplay stream. Yeah, you may be surprised and say, wow, what's going on? Phil is on stream a little earlier than usual talking and, what's going on here? Well, the bottom line is this, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Thursday, May 12th, 2016. And here's what's going on. We are in the midst of the week of Uncharted 4, right? I've been playing Uncharted 4 since Monday night, so today is basically my almost fourth straight day playing the game. I'm absolutely loving it. Even though, I'll be honest, there's a couple parts that, with stealth and with endless gauntlets of enemies, I felt have been a little either unfair or just not really designed well. But of course, I'll talk about that later when I review the game. 99.9% of the game has been pretty outstanding, from the best visuals I've ever seen on a console to one of the best plots, great voice acting, a huge cast of characters that are awesome, really great platforming gameplay, level design, atmosphere, some of the best sights, right? Some of the screenshots I've taken while playing Uncharted 4 are some of the most breathtaking things I've ever seen in a game. And I've had an absolutely amazing time playing this game this week. I am very delighted to have been playing this game all week long, okay? Now, I know I'm very well informed that there's many people who are playing this game themselves at their own pace, and therefore they're staying away from playthroughs. Lots of people have actually said to me that probably starting today or tomorrow they'll begin to watch my Uncharted 4 playthrough. Alright? But here's the deal. Starting tomorrow is a new release, Doom, from Bethesda. A huge release. This is a game from id Software. This is the FPS game that put first-person shooters on the map in the 90s. A classic that is coming back. They're reviving the franchise. After quite the long hiatus, Doom 3 came out a million years ago, I think 10 years ago. So it's been a while. And I am very excited to be checking this game out tomorrow. I've heard that it has a pretty good campaign, as well as really competitive multiplayer. I played the multiplayer beta, and I freaking loved it. I was like, wow, this is old-school, smash-mouth FPS gameplay. This is what you expect from a game studio like id Software. It really felt a lot like Quake. Those classic competitive shooters, and I cannot wait to play this game starting tomorrow. But here's the deal. Next week, we've got two new releases. We've got Homefront: The Revolution, as well as Fallout 4's Far Harbor expansion DLC, which is supposedly, from all reports, the largest DLC ever for a Fallout game. So just put that into perspective. We've had some pretty lengthy DLCs, 6 to 8 hours of gameplay, if not more. Can you imagine how long this DLC must be if it's the biggest one ever? So, considering that we've got Doom tomorrow, that's going to carry us all across the weekend into next week. We've got Homefront. We've got the Fallout DLC. It looks like, at least for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be booked. So, what I was worried about, quite honestly, was that I was going to be playing Uncharted 4, and I might not finish it today. And then it's like, well, now I got to try to squeeze in the conclusion of Uncharted 4 plus my review of Uncharted 4, along with Doom, Homefront, Fallout, and then, of course, the week after that, we've got Overwatch and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The week after that, we've got The Witcher 3 DLC, as well as One Piece Burning Blood. So with all this stuff in May, the last thing that I want is to have something lingering, something that I haven't gotten to or couldn't complete. Alright? Someone actually in the stream chat just added up apparently all of my gameplay videos of Uncharted. They say I've played for 11 hours and 10 minutes, so I've probably got about 4 hours left. So then, here's the thing. I guess starting early today is the perfect thing, because I want to try to beat Uncharted 4 on this gameplay stream. Now, if I don't, if I'm at the very tippity end of it, maybe I'll go a little bit longer on the stream today, or I'll beat it offline later tonight, because I do want to try to finish it today. Unless, for some reason, there's like 10 more hours of gameplay, which I'm not foreseeing, I should beat the campaign today, which should allow me to hopefully review the game tonight. Alright? And then that will allow me to go into tomorrow with Doom without having this weight on my back that I didn't beat Uncharted 4, I didn't review Uncharted 4, I don't want it lingering behind. Now, I don't think that means I'm going to be rushing through the game. It doesn't. I'm going to be exploring and looking around and taking my time. Now, if you've noticed during this playthrough, I'm not looking for every collectible. I actually started out that I was looking for the collectibles. Alright. But you see what happened yesterday. As I started to get to the open world parts of the game, apparently there's a ton of these things hidden throughout the game, which I wasn't expecting. And there were parts where, like, within 5 minutes I found 2 collectibles and it said that I missed 4 of them. And I was like, what the fuck? Really? So apparently they really went all out, alright, with this game. They really did. They went all out with the hiding of the collectibles and all this. And I'm sure for someone who, you know, is a completionist and who really loves searching for these things, it's a dream come true. But for me, it's like, I'm playing this game for the action, for the graphics, for the story, for the voice acting, for the enjoyment of it on its face value, not necessarily to go through the game and look for every single item. So, I probably will not be going crazy looking for collectibles and stuff today. However, if I do come across some of them, I obviously will be checking them out. Alright? So that's the deal. Within a few minutes here, I'm going to start gameplay. It's going to be about 4 solid hours of Uncharted 4. I'm going to see if I can complete the game. If I end up being near the end of the game, I may just keep playing to it until I beat it. But let's say I'm like 2 chapters away from beating it, then more than likely tonight, I'll do an offline gameplay session and I will complete the game. And I'll do my damnedest to try to review this game tonight. I don't know if I'm playing it also later tonight for another 2 hours if I'll have time to review it. We'll have to see. So that's really what's going on right now with me. That's why I fully expect that on today's stream here, for the first hour, we're probably going to have low attendance. Simply because, you know, there's people who usually show up around 12:30ish because they don't want to hear the pre-stream or wait around. They realize that I usually start gameplay around 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. Right now it's 11:53, and I'm almost done with pre-stream. So it is what it is. You know, that's why I tell everyone, you got to follow me on Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. That's the best way to know when I'm going to be doing schedule adjustments like I did today. This wasn't planned, but I actually woke up a little on the earlier side, and I was like, yeah, I feel energetic, I feel refreshed, I feel like I want to play, so I'm going to get to it early. Okay. So what else is going on? I know you're hearing these birds chirping as I talk. Is that annoying, the birds chirping? It probably is, isn't it? Alright, you know what? Hold on a second. This is going to play some music, but once the music's done, then I'll start talking again here, because I know this plays some instrumental music. Let's listen to it together. Oh, instrumental music. Instrumental music. Uncharted fucking 4. This game is really good. Oh yes. Come on, it's gonna end any second. It's like a minute. It's like a minute of music. Oh, and then the woodwind instrument. Then, woo, woo. Okay, there we go. It's over. All right. So anyway, only a couple quick things to talk on pre-stream today. Talk about, not too much. First off, I'm having some technical difficulties all this week. I don't know what's going on with my setup. For those who are, you know, longtime viewers, you know that I moved to the state of Washington about 2 years ago now. And at that point, I switched all my equipment. I got a new PC, I got a new capture device, everything's new. And for about 2 years, I've been using the setup and had, you know, I've had issues from time to time, but for the most part, I've got it down pat where every day I can easily get the stream up and running with no problems. For some reason this week, unbeknownst to me, something changed. I don't know if it was a Windows driver or something. I have no idea. But I can't seem to get my setup to work without unplugging and replugging in my capture device every day before I start playing. Now, it's very bizarre because if I leave my PS4 on all day, it continues to work. But if I turn my PS4 off and on again, it doesn't work. I can't get audio. And then I have to unplug and replug. So I don't know what's going on with that. I have to kind of mess with it more this week, I guess, to figure out what the hell's going on. It's annoying, but that's why I've been having some technical difficulties. It looks like the stream's working for now, so I think we should be good. Okay? Also, a quick update in regards to Patreon. And I don't know how anyone's going to feel about this. That's why I haven't really done anything with it yet. I got a message from Patreon yesterday. As you know, patreon.com/DarksidePhil is the place that you can go if you want to pledge to my ongoing fundraising efforts so that I can continue to do this full time and pay my bills. When you do that, you also get cool perks as a way to give back for your monthly pledges, and also we do monthly goal rewards. If we hit a certain funding level every month, I do a special event to celebrate. Later this month, we'll be doing an indie marathon as a result of hitting last month's financing goals, okay? But Patreon sent me a note yesterday. They said there's a new change that they're doing, which should benefit almost all people who use Patreon. It's called instant billing. And what it means is when you pledge, you'll be billed immediately. You put in your billing info immediately anyway. So it doesn't make sense that if you're going to pledge to someone on Patreon and you put in your billing info that you don't get charged for it, right? A lot of people have actually been confused because they pledged to my Patreon and they say, Phil, I pledged 2 weeks ago, but nothing's gone through. I don't understand what's going on. And I say, oh, well, that's because Patreon doesn't charge until the first week of the month for whatever reason. That's always been their policy moving forward. Now, the thing is, this lends itself to trolling because people could go in there and put in info pretending like they're going to pledge. But then what they do is last minute at the end of the month, before they know that they're going to get charged, they pull the info. So they'll delete their whole pledge. And so it looks every month like I'm going to hit a goal, and then they pull all their funding, and next thing you know, oh, I'm below the goal level. And they do this on purpose because they realize there's no repercussions for it. And Patreon really has done nothing to prevent it. So this new system, where if you put in your info right away you get charged, would completely prevent that. If someone tried to troll, oh, I'm going to pledge, and they go, oops, they got charged. So they basically screwed themselves over. You know what I mean? Basically, this process would end fake pledges to Patreon completely. No one would be fake pledging ever again. And I think that's a good thing. I do. I think that's a great thing. But the thing is, I don't know if I want to implement it yet, because a lot of people probably don't know about this change. I need to explain to people that it's happening so that they don't automatically start getting their stuff charged instantly if they pledge or they up their pledge. So I'm thinking about implementing it. It is something that I have to actively implement. I have to do it myself. It's not like it's automatic. But I'm thinking that I will wait a little bit and maybe do it come next month. You know, maybe in June. Implement it for June so people will know. I'll have to make a video about it, obviously, so people understand what's going on with it. So that's really it. That's all I have really for news. Nothing really else going on. I'm excited to jump into Uncharted 4. So, really quick, the plugs, and then we'll get started. Number 1, thanks for watching my streams and videos. Please continue to do so and spread the word about my stuff. Number 2, please follow me on social media at They Call Me DSP on Twitter and They Call Me DSP on Instagram. Best way to stay in touch with me. I mean, obviously, that's how you know that I'm streaming right now earlier than usual, right? Because of a schedule change. Number 3, please use the Amazon associate link in the description of all of my streams and videos. If you live in the United States, all you need to do is click that link and then go ahead and shop on Amazon as you normally would, and I get some referral credit and it helps out. Thank you to those who have done that in the past. Number 4, Patreon at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. I already talked about that, so I'm not going to talk about it again. And last but not least, The Black Current at etsy.com/shop/The Black Current. That is my girlfriend's business. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. And in fact, last night she made a test batch of soaps for her new upcoming summer line, which will be launching sometime next month in June. And it's going to include some pretty nice scents. However, we're testing them to see how well they turn out in a soap. So I don't want to give too much of a spoiler as to what she'll be selling next month. But definitely check it out. It's a great business. She sold almost 500 items now and shipped all over the world. I think you'll definitely enjoy her products. And she's got nothing but positive feedback, so check it out again at etsy.com/shop/theblackcurrant, spelled CURRANT. Boom. Pre-stream is done. Let's resume Uncharted 4. I'm pumped. I hope you are too. Let's do this.